Welcome to the Cagesiders. I'm Jeremy Long, along with my co-host, the coach, Angelo Reyes. And coach, we are coming off a very exciting UFC 211, which we saw Stipe.
You were right.
Yeah.
You were right.
No.
Guys, I can't hide from the truth. I went 0-4. So don't pick the emotional better because I went 0-4. My man with Dan Tom went 2-4. He was right about Stipe Miocic. But I got to tell you, man, did you honestly think it was going to happen that fast?
Well, kind of. If you look at the stats, I mean, Stipe, the last 4 fights he had before this one, all first-round stoppages, all KOs. So you kind of have to guess. I mean, the guy is on another level, a totally different fighter than what we saw the first time around when he first fought JDS, and JDS picked up the decision victory and everything. 2 different fighters right there.
Well, you're making some really good points. So who do you want to see this guy fight next? Some people are saying Ngannou already. Francis Ngannou. I don't think he's ready yet.
No.
But I like if Derek Lewis beats Mark Hunt. I like Derek Lewis versus Stipe Miocic. What do you think about that?
You know, I actually I don't like that. I like Kane. I want to see Kane, Stipe and Kane go toe to toe. See what happens there because Kane's kind of gotten the groove back.
Yeah, he looked amazing when he was here in July.
How Cain Velasquez got his groove back. It's going to be a movie produced by Oprah. Also, Joanna.
Yes.
Joanna did her thing against your girl, Jessica Andrade. I mean, 225 significant strikes.
It's crazy, man.
Beat her own record of 220 significant strikes.
She's in another level.
And a title fight.
Yeah, no, nothing but respect to Joanna and her entire team at American Top Team. Joanna, you're amazing. Until somebody can prove that you're not amazing, you are amazing. I know that they say that the second best in that division is Claudia Galdea.
And she's already beat her twice.
Yeah, she's already beat her twice. So is Joanna kind of like our Demetrius Johnson for that division?
You know, when you introduce these divisions and things like that, you know, Joanna's more on pace with, Demetrius Johnson, Ronda Rousey, things like that, because I don't think the rest of the division's really caught up with her yet. Someone who just goes, pardon my French, balls out and just throws down the pipe. She doesn't try anything fancy. She doesn't try any wheel kicks or anything else. She's just down the middle.
Right.
That's who she is, and she's just daring someone to pick her up. And we thought that was going to be Andrade, but the game plan there, you know, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not a coach.
Right.
I'm not going to say what the hell was the game plan.
You know,
but what the hell was the game plan?
Well, the hardest thing is really most people want to, what everybody knows is, hey, let's try to get Joanna down. Jessica Andrade is amazing with her ground game. She's amazing getting you to the cage. It just, let's not take away from how great Joanna played that game because Andrade came in there ready to go. She just lost. And let's not forget, man, Jessica is only 25, so she'll be back. She'll win the strap. She'll win the title. But it's exciting, man. Women's UFC, women's MMA. It's all exciting right now. But I want to talk about the answer, Frankie Edgar. And I'm telling you, we talked about this on our podcast, on our radio show. Frankie Edgar versus McGregor. What do you think?
Frankie Edgar versus McGregor. You know what? After a couple of days of thinking about it from the podcast, I absolutely love the idea. If McGregor comes back from this Floyd Mayweather bout,
we're going to find out.
That is apparently underway. I mean, Dana White and McGregor finish up their negotiations. Now it's up to Dana White to negotiate with Mayweather and company. So, we'll absolutely see what happens there. So if he can take $100 million and then come back and fight Frankie Edgar for, $500,000, we'll see if he wants to do it. I don't see the logic in it, but maybe you do. Frankie Edgar defeats Yair Rodriguez, a guy we really like, and Rodriguez is going to be a champ one day.
Yes.
He absolutely is, but Frankie Edgar says, I'm not done yet, damn it. And then the other one is Damian Maia, the Dan Marino of MMA, is going to get his title shot, maybe not.
I keep hearing GSP Woodley. I don't know. I hope Damian Maia, I hope you get the title shot against Tyrone Woodley, but if you don't, are you really going to argue Tyrone Woodley versus GSP?
I'm really not. Good fights all the way around. All right, so we're going to take our first commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have more from the Cagesiders with Coach Jeremy Long. Beautiful people here at the Action Channel. We'll see you in just one moment. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Cagesiders. Jeremy Long, along with my co-host Angelo Reyes. We're joined in the studio right now by a very special guest, the once and future champion of the world, Bermane Stiverne, joining us. Thank you so much for stepping in studio with us, man.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, no, man. I know you're getting ready to travel to Miami. You're doing your big star within the Haitian community, and I'm excited because I want to hear it straight from the source. Everybody, we talked about Joshua versus Klitschko.
Yeah.
Then everyone started talking about Deontay Wilder this, Deontay Wilder that, and me and Jeremy were like, hold on.
Wait, there's another guy in
Wait
there.
a minute.
Right.
How is everyone forgetting the man who knocked out Chris Arreola, the WBC champ? You guys had that fight with Deontay Wilder, but I know you were sick during that fight, and you are the mandatory. Look up the word, people. Mandatory. Which means Deontay Wilder has to fight you. Can you talk to us about that?
I mean, what else to say? Mandatory, just like you said, he has to fight me. So, it's not something that he wants, obviously,
Right.
but unfortunately, he has to.
Now, agreements are already set, right? Mauricio
Right.
Suleiman already said, hey, this is your next fight period. So any developments with it? Do you know when it might
Well,
be?
I know his promoter and my promoter, or his advisor, and my promoter had some kind of agreement. So now it's pretty much the venue and the date.
Wow, a done deal. Right here, Cagesider fans, we're telling you, Deontay Wilder, Bermane Stiverne, done deal. Just all about the where, when, and you know what I even like, and let me talk about this too, because this happens a lot in boxing. A lot of times with money involved, they'll sit there and they'll say, oh, okay, well, you know what, we need you to step aside. We need you to step aside. So here's some cash, step aside so we can make this Anthony Joshua fight. Can you tell us, Berman, when they tried to do that with you, what did you say?
I never answered.
Never answered, right?
I mean, I never give them a official answer, I had a chance to, obviously I'm not interested. Any kind of money they have or for me to move out the way, that's not going to happen. And the only way it's going to happen is, it can't happen because I'm on the way, so.
Now, Champ, tell me this. Obviously they offer you step aside money and stuff like that, but why choose to face the champ again instead of taking that step aside money and maybe face the champ at a later time?
So this is what I do, man. I mean, we all fight. Every fighter, every athlete in the world would love to compete for a world championship event. That's what I do. And listen, what better way to fight to become champion and then get paid at the same time?
Right. Right.
So just get paid and move out the way. Nah, I'm not that type of person. Like I said, it's all about. I do this for a reason. I do it for real. So
Right.
there's no way that I would accept any kind of money to move out the way for him to do what he wants to do.
See, now, this is the type of warriors and the type of fighters we need
Right.
in order for boxing to get back to be a number one combat sport. Because you see how he talks? He's like, I'm a fighter. That's what I want to do. I want to fight you. Why are you trying to avoid me anyways?
Right. Because you could, honestly, let's be honest right here. You could take on lesser opponents. Honestly, you could take step aside money, and then maybe you could take on a little bit easier fight, as they say. But you don't want that. You want to face the champ and get that belt back.
I mean, just like I gave him the chance to fight for the title because he was my mentor, and I could have fought a fight or two as optional, and asked the WBC for a favor. I could have done that, which I didn't do that. he was my minotaur. He was the number one, and I chose to fight him.
Right.
You know, he has to be doing his favor now.
No, I'll tell you. See, and he's right. Now, I can tell you why maybe a lot of different people want to stay away from a guy like this. Because getting a chance to see him train with Don House, getting a chance to have him help us when we were on that great knockout run with Frank Mir, and he was the man that was helping us out with that,
This
showing
guy?
Frank.
This
Oh,
guy
yeah. He was in there with.
guy right
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I'll tell you, I mean, Frank's even told me that some of the punches this guy would throw with his huge 20-ounce gloves would almost break his, ribs because he hit so hard. So Bermane is kind of like Joe Frazier in this bigger, stronger body.
Wow.
He can knock you out with the left hand. He can knock you out with the right hand. He knocked out Chris Ariola. Anytime in any space of the ring, you're always in danger.
Right.
Sometimes I know, like, I've seen you where you'll lay back on the rope. And I would even say to Frank, like, hey, man, don't go falling for that one. Because he'll lay back on the rope. The next thing you know, he's looking for that timing shot. He's looking for that left hook. So you are a dangerous opponent for anyone. We watched the Joshua fight. We watched how he did. I actually thought in my head, man, how cool would it be if Bermane and Joshua fought? Can I ask you that one real quick? Like, let's say here you are, you got your rematch with Deontay Wilder, you beat him, you're the new WBC champ. Unification fight between you and Joshua. How do you think that one would go?
Joshua is, I believe that his style is very tailor-made for me. I believe that he's kind of like an Ariola, bigger, taller, bigger, and they got the same similar style. He's tall, but he doesn't fight like he's tall. He fights like he's tall, short. And I believe that guys like these are tailor-made for me. I love guys like this. I could.
So you want that fight? You want that fight?
Not right now. Right now, what's in my mind and what I concentrate on is that rematch with Wilder. So I don't have any interest in anything else right now.
All right. Now, how is this? Now we know it's definitely going to happen, unless, of course, Deontay Wilder plays some political game and steps aside somehow, some way, running for our man here. How's that second rematch going to go down this time around?
Well, way different from the first time. Way different, You live and you learn. Made some mistakes in the past, which cost me the fight, the championship. Actually, I think it's that loss at the time. It was something that was very hard for me to swallow and accept. But when I look back at it, probably for a year, I think it's the greatest thing that happened to me. Wow. Not just in the ring, but outside the ring as well. Once you get to be a champion, you got all kinds of people, all kinds of people and things that just pops up. But like I said, that loss is probably. I'm not saying that because now I have a chance to fight for the title again. I'm just saying that because the truth is probably the best thing that happened to me. That loss that happened made me better and will make me better. So I would have a chance to be a two-time heavyweight champ.
Wow,
man!
You can feel it from him, right? Mm-hmm. The glow. He's got that glow right now.
Right.
I'm about to whoop on this dude, get my belt back. And yeah, you're right, champ. I've seen that before. Where when you're the champ, everybody comes and sees you, right? Mm-hmm. But what matters is, okay, when you're not the champ, who's still stuck around? And I know you have a very good team. You got Don House, you got Reggie Jones, you got all these guys that have been with you. We always ride with you. Frank's right there. I'm right there for you. So let's make this happen. Stop playing around.
I cannot wait to see this, man. I want to see the rematch. My man at full health. Versus Deontay Wilder, come on, buy that right now. I don't even care who's on the undercard.
It's true. I'd buy it right now too.
Champ, thank you so much for joining us in the studio, man. We appreciate it. Best of luck in your training camp and everything. Looking forward. Summertime, maybe fall for this rematch.
Hey, as long as I'm the next one.
There you go. That's all that matters. As long as he's the next one. All right, stick around, Cagesiders fans. When we come back, we're gonna have more. Angelo, Jeremy. the champ, Bermane. All right, see you after the break.
Welcome back, Cagesider fans. Here we are at the Elixir Lounge, here in one of our favorite places in Green Valley, and I'm with a very special guest, Mr. Keith Veltre, the CEO and founder of Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotions. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Now, I know there's some big news that you're going to give us today, and you're going to break it on Cagesiders, but I do want to talk to you a little bit about the boxing industry. And
Sure.
You're very successful, of course, outside of boxing, and with great things like the art of music that you have here in Las Vegas and all the different things that you do. Why did you get into boxing?
You know, a lot of people ask me that question, and it's kind of actually quite funny. I've dealt with Roy for close to 10 years now, out of the art of music. And, you know, Roy used to complain about the promoters, the games they used to play. And I have a saying in my company that says, if you're going to complain, you better come with a solution. So I said it to Roy, if you're going to complain, come with a solution. Well, I opened my mouth. He said, well, let's start a promotion company. We shook on it, and here we are today.
Wow. And Keith Veltre, you are a great solution for some of the problems, or some of the, I shouldn't say problems, but some of the things that you have to deal with in boxing, the politics and the infighting. It's not quite like how MMA does it, where you can go under one umbrella. There's so many different umbrellas. There's so many different belts. There's so many different games that are being played that I'm sure you've been had to deal with this whole time. What I do like with what you do with your fighters is you give them a fair chance. Always giving them a fair shake. You get them ranked when they're ready, and you don't necessarily put them in soft fights. So when we're talking about your stable, what's some of the favorite names that you have right now coming out of it that you can see maybe possibly going for the world title anytime soon?
Well, you know, currently we have John Vera Jr., 16-0. We got him, he's ranked number 8th in the world. We have As Simplicita. You know, he's ranked number 4th in the world now in the WBC from Philippines. We have our two kids I absolutely love, that their future is so bright, is Randy Marino. We got Max Ornelas.
We've had both of them on our show.
And let me tell you, both of them are going to be world champions. And you said about the politics in boxing, there's politics. I say it's more personalities, but I will tell you this. Personality is what drives me, because I can negotiate with any personality, and that's 90% of boxing is how you negotiate. So the reason we're getting our guys ranked quick is because we're negotiating well. We're fitting them into the place they need to be. You know, you get with us 2-3 fights later, you're ranked in the top 10 in the world.
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
Yeah, and though you're very young in the sport, in the sense of you diving right into it, you are somebody who the fighters can trust. You are somebody that is always straight up. You know, if this is A, then this is going to be B. So let's talk about what can happen with people like yourself changing how boxing is. Anything you want to share with us now?
Well,
what's about to change?
Well, I will tell you this. You know, I'm not making a ton of friends in boxing. I'm not a boxing guy. I'm a business guy, and I negotiate harshly. But I do it for our fighters. I do it for maybe not changing the sport, but I do it to make the sport better. That maybe my little part of the world we're making better. We definitely see the future going to live stream. You know, we're making that move. The old days, I call them the dinosaurs, and trust me, I have a lot of respect for Bob Arum, Golden Boy. I have a lot of respect for him, but those days are coming to an end. The future of boxing will turn to technology.
Right.
I've seen the technology firsthand, where the future of pay-per-view is going to go where it's 3D. It's going to look like you're on the shoulder of a fighter. That's the future. So whoever gets there first is going to be the winner. And I'll tell you what, we're in with Samsung. We're making games with Samsung for Roy Jones Jr.
Wow.
You know, we're developing the technology with them. So I would say that we're going to present ourselves as the leader coming through. We're financed well. There's a lot of things going for us. And when you have a partner like Roy Jones, he demands it. He wants to make it happen.
Yeah, no, and Roy Jones is, again, I mean, part of the reason why so many people in the world still watch boxing is because of all the things that Roy Jones is truly one of the legendary fighters we've had in the sport. So with this, I hear there's this big thing that you guys are about to do. Can you talk to us a little bit about it?
I will tell you, because you guys are from Las Vegas. I'd rather my hometown, you know, get the news. We have now partnered up with Facebook. We're the first company to do it. It's going to be called Facebook Fight Night Series. Wow. It's a full-on production, commentators, everything. What I love about it, though, and this is where it's unique, no one else has this. You're going to be able to comment on it, and it's going to get answered back by the commentators. You're going to get answered back by the refs. You're going to be answered back by the ring announcer. So you're going to be able. It's so interactive. The future is interactive. That's where it is.
Wow.
So we're the first company to bring that. We're teaming up. That's our partner, Facebook. You got a multi-billion-dollar-a-year company with us, and they decided not to go with the top ranks or the Golden Boys. Wow. They wanted the Roy Jones Jr. because we're innovative. We're more corporate. And we like that. And that's where you see the future of boxing. It's a business, and that's where it goes.
Awesome. So then if I'm watching a Roy Jones Jr. boxing event now, and I'm on Facebook, I can actually sit there and go, hey, I have a question for so-and-so, and that commentator will respond back to me?
Well, we're going to have 3 or 4 people answering, but also on their phones, the ring announcer, we did some practice runs. I was just speaking to one of the commentators. He answered me back within minutes.
Wow.
So that's what we want, though. We want the people to feel like they're in the ring.
Wow.
Okay?
So it is a very interactive style of watching boxing. I've never even heard of this before.
Well, you will see boxing change. And we want to be on the front. We want to be the front runner of that. And we feel that we set ourselves up nice. We've had a 3-year game plan, and we've met all those game plans.
Right.
And I think moving forward, you'll start seeing a difference where Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotions is. I say the next year we will control a lot of the live stream.
Wow.
We're partner up with Sling TV. We're partner up with a lot of the major players, and it's all about how you conduct your business with them to bring it to the next level, and that's what we're doing.
Wow, that's awesome. So what's it going to be called again? Facebook
Fight Night Series.
Facebook Fight Night Series, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it was so awesome. Thank you, Keith Veltre, for breaking the news on our show, Cagesiders, and thank you for doing everything that you're doing for boxing. I love the sport, and having people like you, it's very important for us. So thank you again for all that you do.
Appreciate you having me.
Cagesider fans will be back for more.
Welcome back to the Cagesiders. I'm Jeremy Long, along with the coach, Angelo Reyes. Coach, we had a great show.
Yeah, breaking news.
Yeah, Keith
breaking
Veltre.
news. Keith Veltre talking to us about some secret stuff that's not so secret anymore.
On Facebook, baby.
That's right. That's going to be awesome. And then we had
the heavyweight champ.
The heavyweight champ, Bermane Stiverne.
There you go. And he's breaking news by saying, I don't want your money. I want your belt.
That's right.
I want your soul.
Deontay Wilder's got to fight him, guys. So we're hoping it's in Vegas in the summer. He was saying maybe July, maybe September. I just want it to happen, and I just want it to happen soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And this weekend we have Bellator 179.
Tonight. Yeah, Bellator. Yeah, that's Liam McGeary, right? And then it's Paul Daly.
Yeah, Paul
Rory
Daly.
McDonald.
Rory McDonald makes his Bellator debut. We're going to see somebody's getting knocked out. We talked about that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, also on the podcast we had Al Bernstein.
Yeah, Al Bernstein.
Damon Martin from not MMA Junkie, I'm sorry, Fox Sports and UFC.
Yeah.
He's a senior writer over there, so we talked about that.
Yeah, Al Bernstein was talking to us about Gervonta Davis and Gary Russell fighting tomorrow night on Showtime. And then what else? Then he kind of touched upon Errol Spence, Kell Brook, which we're going to have next week. Our good friend, Ariana Marie.
Ariana Marie is going to join us for another round of Who Would You Bet On? It's going to be Kell Brook, Errol Spence Jr., which is going to be a damn good fight as well. So, it's going to be good.
And you guys got to keep going to our podcast or radio, www.cagesiders.com. Yeah.
Subscribe on iTunes to the podcast. Also, thank you so much for joining us each and every week on the Action Channel, for watching the show and everything. So for everyone here at the Action Channel on Cagesiders, we want to say thank you so much for joining us. He's the coach. I'm the guy, Jeremy Long. And we'll see you next week right here. Same bad time, same bad channel. I'm out.
I told you the Warriors would win, fool.